Hey everybody, it's Nicole with Beading with Nicole B. And I am getting ready to finish up a couple projects that I need to finish. And I'm also testing out some new equipment. Some new equipment that I purchased that I need to really be trying. So some new equipment that I purchased that I need to. Okay. Hello, everybody. Hello. I'm going to assume that, okay, yeah, I am. Okay. I just wanted to make sure I can see the comments. When I first uploaded, I didn't have my laptop set up so I could see the comments, but yeah, now I can see the comments. Okay. Hey, ladies. I see y'all. Let me turn this around so I can see a little bit better. Okay, there we go. Okay, I'm really here on not so formal today. I'm just coming to do some beading tonight, get some things done, and try out my new equipment. So please forgive me for the long pause in the beginning of the video. That was not my intention. I'm just trying to test out some stuff. So you know how that goes. And I like to be ready to go, but it's not always, it's not always happening like that. Okay, so I have these 3 bracelets that I really need to complete, that I really need to get done today. So that's what I'm going to be working on. I'm going to start on this really pretty lapis and shell bracelet. So fabulous. Look at that. The shell beads are so pretty. There's one on here that has this really pretty flash. But okay, there it is right there. It's this one. My pinky is touching it. It's right there. So pretty. Look at that. Nicely designed beads. I like it. So we on this strand, we have our blue lapis, our shell beads, and then I have the gold spacers, and they're just some gold saucers. Please forgive my ashy hands, but you guys know it's not a good idea to put lotion on before you start. So I did not put any lotion. Okay. All right. So I'm just going to bead, and I'll acknowledge the comments as they come in. Please leave a comment to let me know that you're here. And I'm just going to go ahead and do what I do. I'm just looking at I kind of want to see what you guys see. So I'm really trying to get better at visualizing what I'm doing so people can actually see and not covering up what I'm doing. So with my hands. So I don't know if I should do that or if I should do that. Like this, I know that's not good. So you really can't see that part. So let's try it here. I don't know. I don't like that over there. So again, you guys, I'm really working some kinks out with the videoing and all of that good stuff, okay? So, okay, let's put another saucer bead on. These lapis beads are really nice. They have that really nice gold tone in them. It's really nice, really speckled in there. Really, really good. Is this the bead? No. So yeah, I have quite a few projects that I really need to finish, and I really want to get those done. Okay, there we go. And I'm watching as I'm doing things just to see how it shows up on the camera. Because I just like, I like when I do a video, I like everything to look really nice. And I know I'm not even going to say anything until the end, maybe. My voice is raspy too. I'm just really getting my voice back. So these here are these beads. I've had these beads for quite some time, and I decided to go ahead and try, and try to use them. It's something inside of my bead that won't let me get my cord in there. I don't know. It goes on the rod just fine. Let's see if we can get this in there. But it's the cord that's having an issue getting in there. I don't know. Okay, there we go. I don't think I put any glue in here. No, I didn't. Okay. And it's a good idea. You really have to check your beads because sometimes around the bead hole, there's little gouges and little crevices and cracks. Because these are stones. These are real gemstones. So sometimes they, get those little areas, fissures. They're called fissures. And they can tear through the cord sometimes. So I'm trying to see, you guys. Let me refresh my. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that one bead, it had a I don't know, calcified area in there that wouldn't let the cord pass through. But yeah. So these beads are a little bit larger than my regular 10 millimeter beads. And I'm starting to really love working with the 12s and the 14s. But I just be wondering, like, who wears the size 14, 16 bead on their wrist? That sounds pretty heavy. But people, they do. Okay, so this one is done. And, oh, I don't have my scissors. Let me get my scissors or my nippers. I'm still here, you guys, just grabbing something to cut with. And actually, I'm going to get my ruler to measure as well. Okay, I have it. Okay. All right, so we're going to cut. So let's see. Okay. I'm going to use my caliper. Yeah, these are considered a 10, but these are a little larger than 10. These are like almost 11. So, yeah. I can look at them and tell that they're not the typical 10 millimeter. So let's go ahead and cut. And again, I'm using I'm using 0.8 millimeter string or cord today, stretch cord. I'm not, typically I would use 1 millimeter for these because these are quite heavy, but I'm just going to use the 0.8 because when you make the knot and you want to get the knot to go inside of the bead hole, it's not always going to go in there because it gets a little bit too large. So I'm going to try to go with the one knot this time, but it's going to be a regular knot and a surgeon's knot. And that's that. And then we'll try to pull it through. Yeah, that's good. This one is probably a little bit too big for my wrist, but it's okay. And that's what we have. That's the finished product. I'll cut the tails off at the end. I'm just really trying to get these put together. But that's what we have now, okay? And I'm just going to sit it there. And I'm going to sit this there. Put my rings back on the rod and put that there. And then we're going to do this one next. That's pretty good. I like that. Okay. Let's see. Now on this one, this is like it's a type of jasper. And then I have my silver spacers, my daisy spacers, the silver. I typically use one spacer, but I like the way it looked with the double spacers in between. That's really cute. Looks really elegant to me. So we're going to do that. Let's go ahead and start this one. If you're just now coming in, welcome to the channel. My name is Nicole B, and I'm beading from my YouTube channel, Bead'n with Nicole B. And today is just I'm just doing an unofficial live. I'm just testing out some new equipment that I have on, and I want to see what it sounds like. Hey, I see you. Yvette Baldwin, I see you. Okay, so my sister is here. Goody. So she can tell me, she's gonna tell me what she thinks about my sound quality. What does my sound look like? Did I just say look like? What is the what do I sound like? Tell me what it sounds like, what the video sounds like. I'm gonna go ahead and start beading. I'm testing out what my sound today. And I'm just beading, just getting some bracelets done. I'm not really doing anything, spectacular today. I just need to get some of these bracelets done. And I have a lot of work to do, so. And I started on a new necklace, you guys. Oh my goodness. Miss Baldwin, can you kiss my poo and pookie poo for me, please? Tell them Auntie Nikki said hi. Oh, it does? Okay. So I have a confession. Hi, AJ. Hi, Auntie Poo Poo. So I couldn't find my microphone. I just found it today. And it literally was in the spot that I looked in. I was so mad at myself. I couldn't even believe it. And I looked in the bag and it was right there. And I went back to it today and it's right there. I'm like literally like so ridiculous. I'm telling you, just doing too much. So yeah, I found it. And I really have been looking for it because I really wanted to test it out. Since I've been packing stuff and putting stuff away, I put stuff in and then don't remember where I put it. So ridiculous. So yeah, I found it today and decided to go ahead and test it out because I haven't tested it. Because in this particular room, when I do a live, you can hear echo. So I'm like, I need to really try to get rid of some of that echo sound. So I'm excited that I found my microphone. Yeah. And then one of these bracelets I did on my last live, and the stretch cord broke. I think it's because I pulled it really way too tight. Oh, okay. I'm glad you guys like the sound. That's important because I really didn't like the echo sound that the room was giving. I mean, I wasn't gonna let that stop me from going live, but you know, I want my videos to be quality. Quality. Now, as far as the video, the picture, can you guys see what I'm doing? Can you see the beads? Are they, you know, this is the bracelet I just finished, boo. I just did that one. Let me see. Yeah. I just finished this one. Can you see it? Okay. Yeah, that's the one I just finished. And then of course, thank you. I'm looking for my navy charms. I'm telling you, I hate when I pack stuff away and then it's so ridiculous. But I think I know where they're at now because I looked where I thought they were and they weren't there. I have so many containers. Okay, so now we're gonna close this one off. Wait. Yeah, that should be good. I'm gonna do one. I don't know, we're gonna see. One knot. And the second one is gonna be a surgeon knot. Okay. They're still popping fireworks. So I don't know if you guys hear it, but they are. There we go. Which one? This one or that one? The blue one? That's this one. So I love neutral tones. I love the brown tones, the neutral tones with the greens, the browns, just a little speck of green. Well, this is a lot of green and a little bit of blue tones. It's really nice with this. Yeah, earth tones. Yeah, I love earth tones. But I like there's some other I have some favorites, but my favorite stone is amazonite, and that one is totally earth tone. So yeah, this little bugger right here, oh my goodness. This one, I did this one last time and I was like, oh my goodness. So I'm just now getting back to putting this one back. Thank you. Putting this one back together. So now I kind of have an idea of what I did that I shouldn't do. So we're going to put this one back together again and see how this works out. For anybody that's just joining, welcome to the channel. I am Nicole B from Bead'n with Nicole B. And today I'm just doing a little informal live. I'm just doing some beading. I'm feeding let me see. Here, let's do this. I want to put this one here. I have to line up the way I want to put everything. Okay, so we're going to start with the bigger bead instead of the small bead. These are 8mm beads, hematites. Hi, Nicole Edwards. Thank you. So this is an idea that I came up with, and I have my little sparkly globe in the middle, in the center. So I saw some designs at Pandora, and actually Tiffany has one as well, very similar to this. So I kind of really love those styles. So I decided to put one together myself. And again, these are metal beads. These are all metal, and they're pretty they have a nice weight to them. So I was gonna start with the little spacer, that's for the charm. I was gonna start with this first, but this would have been the bead, and then it would have been on one end, and the 8 millimeter would have been on another end. So the knot would have been between this bead and that bead. I don't want to do that. I want to put the knot between two of the bigger beads. So that's why I started out with that silver bead. And yeah, let's see. No, we want to put our charm on first before we do that. It doesn't matter which way you put it. Just put it on there. Okay. But I was saying to those who just came in, welcome to my channel. I am Nicole B with Beading with Nicole B, from Beading with Nicole B. And I'm just doing an informal live tonight, and I'm trying to get some bracelets done. There we go. See, that's the area for the charm. Okay. So yeah, we're just doing some beading. Thought I'd go live tonight and get this done. So sometimes when you have these smaller beads, they have small holes. So you have to kind of decide what type of knot you're going to use. So I'm trying something new, something different, where I'm only doing a half of a square knot, and then a surgeon's knot on top of that, just so I can fit the knot into the hole. And sometimes the holes are so small, you just have to do one knot. So yeah, that's why I like to wear my own jewelry first and see how it works out with the knot. When I start using a different method for my knots, because I don't want them to break or anything like that. So I hope everybody had a nice 4th of July on yesterday. It was really nice being around family and celebrating my little cousin's birthday. Now, these beads are typically a little more difficult to get the cord into, because the inside of the bead is I'm pretty sure it's hollow. It's not like a solid bead. So you have to get the cord in the hole and not knocking up against the inside wall. So yeah, but I got it in pretty quickly. Okay. And I'm seeing, let's see. Oh, and when you guys, when you're watching the live, can you please give a thumbs up so that the video can get pushed out? And if you're not a subscriber, I would greatly appreciate it if you would subscribe to the channel, just to help me continue growing the channel. But essentially, is your choice. No judgment here. But I would love to have you in my Bead'n family. let's do this. Let's go up and let's do that. Okay. All right. And if you're still here watching, let me see some hearts. Send up some hearts or a comment. Either one is fine. And I did go live a little bit ago before this one, and I forgot to turn my sound on the phone off, muted, so that when a text message comes in or if the phone rings, it won't pick up on my phone and it won't interrupt the live. Oh, okay. Thank you. Jewelry by Danny B. Yeah, so okay, that's this one. But yeah, back to you guys, I started a new necklace, and oh my goodness, I am so happy with the focal area. It's so nice. Okay, so this is the bracelet, you guys. So now I always want to do that. Okay, yeah, I want to do what I wanted to do I'm gonna go back to what I was gonna do because I don't want the. Okay, never mind. I'm gonna leave it. Do I want the charm in between the two bronze beads or between the silver and I think I'm gonna leave it because I like different. I like things to be different. I love symmetry, but I love things that are different. So it'll be like this. That'll be the look right there. Let me see if I can pull it. That's how it'll look. And the charm, you can't really see the charms. Let's turn it around without the beads coming off. Okay, so this is what it would look like. That's what the bracelet would look like with the beads in order. So the charm is sitting between this bead and that bead. It's sitting between this bead and this bead instead of between the two same color beads. And so I would switch out this silver bead for this bronze bead. I think I'm going to leave it. This is really like a gold. It's like a cross between gold tone and rose gold, but it's really like a bronzy. Yeah, so I think I'm going to, I like it. I like it like this. So I'm going to leave it. It kind of gives it that asymmetrical look. So I'm going to leave it. And yeah. Oh, sheesh. Back over there. Okay, there we go. Okay. And now I'm going to cut the cord. And I think for this one, I'm going to just start with the surgeon's knot instead of with the regular knot. Yeah. No, I'm not going to do that. Start. Oh, we're not going to do a surgeon's knot this time. Let's just do a regular knot. One regular knot, and that's it. And prayerfully, no, yeah, prayerfully that I can get it through. Okay, yep, we're just going to do one knot, you guys. And this is it. That's the bracelet. Isn't that pretty? The tail's in my way. Get out of my way. Okay. So that's what it looks like. Isn't that nice? I like it. The charm says, dance is the hidden language of the soul. Are you a dancer? Are you a dancer? There we go. I like it. It's really pretty. Really, really pretty. Really pretty. Okay. So that's what it looks like. I'm going to cut the tails off later. Let's see. Okay. There goes that. Okay. So these are our 3 bracelets for the night. This one here. Trying to show it without the tails. Yeah, this one. Okay. And then we have this one, the earthy, the earth tone. Oh yeah, you can see it. And then we have our metal. Slid right down. Okay. Right there, that one. Very pretty. I really like this one. I like how it turned out. I really like how that turned out. Very nice color combination. And there is definitely a good thing to try new things and to do mixed metals. So you have the silver and the gold tone. I keep saying gold tone, but it's not gold per se. It's like a bronze. But it's very, very pretty. A very pretty color. I'm really praying that I can fit this, you guys, because I want to wear it. Oh yeah, it'll fit. That's gonna fit right through that hole, that bead hole. So you guys, I gotta show y'all. I gotta show you guys my new. So this right here is my new necklace. It's not the new necklace, but it's a part of the new necklace. This is one of the center areas that I put together, and it has a crystal bead, and then it has bead caps around it, and then I have the silver hematite spacers in there. So nice. So I'm gonna show you guys what I came up with for the necklace design. It is so nice. Like, I really love it a lot. Let me see. I want to make sure I don't drop it, and because that'll be the first time y'all hear me crying. Okay, here it is. Okay. I want to hold it up so you can really see it. Okay. This is the first part of the necklace. That's the focal area. This is the focal area here. That's the focal bead. That's going to be at the bottom of the necklace. And then this is the beginning part of the necklace. So this part will be the drop down at the bottom, the loop, the neck part. And then the rest of the the necklace, I'm sorry, is going to look like a rotation of this part and this part. But I also have a section that has this color. I have these beads as well. So everything that's in the focal area, includes from this bead to this bead. Okay. This is just a continuation of the rest of the necklace. But this is my new necklace idea, and I absolutely love it. I love these blues together with these crystal glass beads, and then adding in bead caps and the silver spacers to really just give it that umph. So tell me what you guys think about this design. I'm trying to see what you guys are seeing, if you can really see it. I'm going to turn it a different way, maybe. Okay. So far, this is what I have for my design. Oh, yeah. Okay, there we go. That's what I have so far. Okay. So I'll be finishing up the necklace sometime coming this week. Well, I'm going to get back started on it. And just keep it going, and I'll be done with it. I'm trying to pick out a few more pieces that I want to add to it to make it like really elegant. But I think these parts right here, these beads here, make it so elegant to me. I love this one little section. I love this. It's so pretty. And again, you guys, please forgive my ashy hands. I don't like to put lotion on when I'm doing my beading. So that's why my hands look a little ashy. So yeah, thank you guys. I'm glad you like it. And I'm so glad to see you guys here. Nicole and Neen, Jewelry by Danny B, Yvette. Thank you guys for stopping by. And I only see the names of the people that's commenting. I can't see anybody else's name unless you put a comment. And PTB Designs for you. I thank you as well. I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Yep, I see you. Yep. So yeah, I just wanted to come on tonight and just get some stuff done because the stuff is starting to pile up. And yeah. So I think the next one, I really want to show you guys the rest of the necklace, but I can't because it's on the bead board and the bead board is really big and I would have to adjust it and get it situated and yeah. So let's see. I know you lovely ladies work with different type of beads. I found these in my bead soup and I am going to make a bracelet. I'm going to make a clasp bracelet with these pearl nuggets. These are so nice. I really love, and I love the color. The color is so pretty. So very pretty. So I'm thinking I'm going to add some white pearls to this design, but they're going to be round pearls because these are nuggets. So it'll be a different shape. At first I thought these were Baroque, but I believe these are saltwater pearls. Yeah, these are really nice. And the color is just gorgeous. I just don't know what, I think I want to use silver with it. A silver instead of gold, but I'll see. I'm going to put the white pearls with it and then I'll kind of see what it looks like or whatever. But I really like it a lot. I like these a lot. They're really nice beads. So that's going to be on the design next. And then I have a bracelet that I really need to finish. But I have to go and get another clasp for it because all the clasps that I have are a different type of gold. I mean, sometimes it doesn't really matter if you have two different golds, but for something like this is really elegant looking to me. I really want to make the clasp match. I want it to match as close as possible with these spacers and my findings. So I'm gonna take it with me so I can find me the right kind of clasp to go with it. Man, oh my goodness. So I'm really glad you guys are not complaining about my sound. That was the biggest thing for me. I wanted to make sure you could actually hear me and that you could understand what I was saying and it didn't sound too cloudy or whatnot. So yeah. Now this is some chain that I just purchased. I bought 2 rolls from Joann's. You guys, I'm doing a video for a bead haul. You guys will not believe what I purchased at Joann's closing sale. Hi, Homemade Jewelry Network. Thank you. Oh, I appreciate that so much. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for joining me tonight. But yeah, you guys, I went, and my name is Nicole B, by the way. And I am Nicole B from Beading with Nicole B. Yes, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. So yeah, I went to Joann Fabrics, you guys, when they were closing. And I was late. I was late to the party. But I actually got some really good stuff. My sister was with me and she helped me find some really nice stuff. And I was trying to not buy so much stuff and she was finding stuff and I was like, oh my goodness. I was really, and then I tried to talk myself out of buying stuff, but I ended up buying it. Stephanie and Raul. Okay. Oh, you guys So I'm going to assume that you guys have a channel as well, or either you have a social media platform where you maybe make jewelry or sell. Because I would love to. Okay, cool. So I'll go and look, find your channel when I'm done. So yeah, Joanne Fabrics, you guys, I oh my goodness, I bought so much stuff, but I saved my final spending. I saved about $200. So that was really nice. So this was one of the items that I purchased. I bought 2 rolls of this chain because there's some new ideas that I want to try out. Yeah, I want to try some new stuff out. And I've been working on some other things, and I don't see it on my table here. I started doing macrame, you guys, the macrame, and I actually have I have a couple shorts videos where I showed the bracelets that I did. And then I have, yeah, I think I did both of them on shorts, the 2 different bracelets that I did macrame. So I'm really getting into the macrame beading. I love it ever since the tears has been. So I know, Stephanie, it definitely has, it's making a difference in, what everybody is doing. But honestly, for myself, I really don't need to buy anything else because I have literally so many beads, So I've been on a no spending spree for really most of this year, and I haven't really been spending. But when I went to Joann's to see if I could get some soft flex beading wire. So that's what started me going there. And I ended up seeing all this other stuff, and I didn't see any soft flex. So I said, okay, that's fine. I'll pick out a couple things. So I bought some chain, some charms. I got some things that I actually need, not just buying stuff for no reason. So everything that I purchase, I can actually utilize, which is a good thing. So yeah, I'm going to be doing some more. I'm getting more into doing bracelets and jewelry with the clasp on it versus my stretch cord. Now don't get me wrong, I love my stretch cord, but I want to, I used to do stretch cord all the time. So yeah, I said, well, let me get into trying out some of these other design ideas. Yeah, they went out of business here. I'm pretty sure that they're all closed here in Michigan as well. I don't um I don't think they're still open. If they're still open anywhere, they're probably down to the crevices and selling their own, stuff, the racks and things like that. Well, I'm pretty sure they're all closed now here as well. So I'm glad I kind of got in on the bandwagon. I know it's really a weird feeling to see some of the places closing that were staples in the community as I was growing up. Joanne Fabrics, I mean, like literally, they have been around forever. They were probably around before I was born. Who else? Just so many different stores, even clothing stores. It's like, oh my goodness, what is really going on? So yeah, it was pretty sad to see that they were closing your Fun Depots. Right. I'm telling you. And I do the same thing. Like some days when I have a down spurt, I'll go into Hobby Lobby or Michael's, not to buy anything, just walking around looking. I was wondering that, PTB. I really hope not. I really hope not. I don't understand I understand what's going on, but it's like, oh my goodness. Um, I don't know. So I do know a lot of people are shopping online now. So that plays a big part of it as well, especially like even with clothing and shoes. People are shopping online. I don't like to shop online. So I'll probably be one of the last people to buy anything online. So yeah, I don't know. It's yeah, mine is too. And actually, Michael's now, how they used to have 50% off per strand? They don't do that now. They do buy one strand, get the other one 50% off. I haven't seen yeah, I don't like that either. I don't like buying clothes online either. I like to touch my clothing and try it on. But yeah, they don't do the 50% off strands anymore. They do buy one strand and get one 50% off. And it seems like their strands are shorter. They're not as long as they used to be. Like they have these really short strands, like 6 inch, 7 inch strands, and they still want to charge $12. It's yeah, yeah. And then the rest of them are just regular price. Like they're getting more heavily into carrying check glass beads now. So their check glass beads for one strand is like $12. And I'm like, wait a minute, they don't have a lot of beads on them. Even though check glass is one of my all-time favorites. I love check glass. I absolutely love it. But there, yeah, I think it's ridiculous as well. So I really believe that this is a good time to find online vendors that you really like and just utilize them. But of course, you want to make sure they have good quality. Like I have a couple shops that I shop with online. What I did before. Um, oh my goodness, have you did any of the bead shows yet? I've been to, I don't what let me see. I've done 3 years of going to the bead shows, and each year they come 3 times a year. So I've been about I've been 9 times, and then this year I haven't been at all. But the first time I went to a bead show, I had to walk out and go back in the car and relax and take a deep breath because it was so overwhelming. And that's what they were telling me. They were like, this is your first show. So, and this is from people that's been to shows before. They're like, when you go in, walk around for a while before you start shopping. And then, you make note of the different tables where they carry the items that you really like. And then you go back and purchase from them. But there are some nice stores online. Um, what is the one? Beadaholic. They're going out of business now. So they're selling a lot of things on sale right now. And it's so funny because I was going through all of my stuff and I saw a lot of the beads that I bought from Beadaholic. And I like their stuff. They sell really nice. Yeah, they're going out of business. But they're still going strong right now. But I think now at this point, they've gotten up to 30% off of everything, or 30% off of whatever stash they have. But yeah, they are definitely going out of business. That's one of them that's going out of business. Yeah. Let me see. Who else? Was it anybody else? But there's a lot of online stores, you guys, that you can buy beads from. Instagram, you have a lot of people on Instagram that, what I like to do is I like to look for people who are followed by the bigger name brands, because they're typically, that means they're legit, because some of these people are not legit. Yeah, I like shopping online for beads too, but only with the people that I trust. And yeah, because they'll try to get you. Um, what's the one particular? I got to think of the names. I'm gonna do a video. I'm gonna do a video with some of the names of the vendors. Yeah, Etsy is good too. I've purchased. Now I do have a vendor on Etsy, and I love his beads. His beads are so nice. He has nice quality beads, and I get beads. I have a whole cart a storage cart that I have full of his beads, the beads that I bought from him. So he's somebody that I would definitely keep shopping with. There's a couple I have on Etsy that I have starred that are my favorites. Yeah. I don't shop with many of them, but I have a few vendors on Etsy that I shop with. There's a couple good ones on Instagram. Like I said, I'm gonna write down the names of the people that I've shopped with and I think that have good quality, and I'll do a video or a short something and I'll list those. I'm not gonna, like there are some people who make you pay for a vendors list. I'm like, are you kidding? You can go and search out the vendors. You just have to pick through them. But I would never do that. I'm just going to do a video and list, because it is becoming to the point where now you have to make sure that you have your own vendors in hand. So that way, if something happens with these stores keep closing, you want to be able to purchase your stuff. And then I have these earrings that I need to complete, you guys. I have so much stuff going on. I still work my regular job. Yes. You think so, Homemade Jewelry Network? Well, I'm not going to call you by your, I'm going to call you Stephanie. I'm so used to calling everybody by their channel names or their YouTube names. So these are some earrings that I came up with. These here, I don't know if you can see it like that. These. And as I'm showing them, I'm looking at my camera at my laptop to see what it looks like, see what you're seeing. I don't know. So that way, like I said, tonight was one of those informal, so I could kind of get an idea. Okay, now I could see it better. Okay, yep. Get an idea of what it looks like when I'm filming, because thank you. This is another pair. These are another pair. I don't know if you guys can see a pattern, but I love crystals. I love shiny, blingy looking stuff. That's just what I like. Yeah. So I thought these were really pretty with the gold color. Yeah, these are nice. I like these. Yeah, I love crystals. They're so pretty, and they make the pieces look so elegant. And then this one here, oh my goodness. When I saw these are actually bead caps, but I used them in my earring design. So yeah. I like these a lot. They're so sparkly. They look like little mushrooms. So, but this is how the earring goes, pointing downward. And you can see the crystals. There are crystals in there. Yeah. Thank you. So I'm going to finish those at some points. I'm just trying to get a handle on my bracelets, but I love earrings and bracelets, and I absolutely love necklaces as well. Were you guys on when I showed my new necklace design? I'll show you that again. I'll show that again. I'm so excited about this necklace design. I'm just like, oh my goodness, I can't. So this is my new necklace design. And that focal bead is so nice. So I used a mixture of bead caps, crystals, some agate, electroplated agate, and then these little bitty crystals in between my blue beads, the lighter blues. So this is just the bottom part of the necklace. Thank you. This is the bottom part of the necklace. So this right here is the little centerpieces that I put together to put in there. And I kind of started working around. I worked around my centerpiece first, my blue focal. And then, oh, thank you. Thank you, Stephanie. And you know what? I'm so glad you said that because I try so hard to just stay creative and stay in my own creative lane and not copy people. The only reason I will copy something, like I did a couple macrame designs that I saw on YouTube, but I only did that because I needed to practice how to do macrame. So that was how I taught myself how to do the macrame, by doing the design they did. Because I thought it was fairly, well, it wasn't really easy, but it was easy. So yeah. But I love being original, you know. Originality is good. It sets you apart. You know, I have some goals in mind that I want to do. And I think if you're true to yourself and you do what you're good at, I think it'll take me a long ways instead of, copying off of other people and just, doing what I do. Like I have a friend that she beads as well. Her name is Rita. She paints beads and she is absolutely amazing at painting her beads. So she convinced me to try it and I tried it. It's not for me. And I told her that. I said, no, that's your lane. And I actually bought some painted beads from her. They were so lovely. I couldn't find a particular color, a bead for somebody who wanted a bracelet. So I bought them from her, and her beads were so nice and glossy, and the paint was perfect and clean. Yeah. So I told her, nope, that's not my lane. That's your lane. And sometimes we have to know, what's our lane and what somebody else's lane is. And just, go from there. And then that's just how I am. I like to be original. Now I have this one design. I'm gonna reach over my camera because I can't go no other way. I have this one design that I've been stuck on, you guys. This one here, this bracelet. I love this focal bead, but I'm like right now I'm kind of stuck because I don't know what I want to do. I don't know what I want to do with it yet. So it's been sitting until I can figure out what I want to do. I absolutely love this green, and that focal bead is amazing. It's so pretty, and it's green with the green. They look like little seed beads that they stuck in there, but then it's silver. It's a silver bedding around each green circle. So I'm definitely gonna pair it with some type of silver something. I just don't know what. Yeah, the forest green. Yes, it's so pretty. So I have to figure out. Yeah. Now these beads, a lot of my beads came from some of my online vendors. A young lady that I met online, um, and she's one of the bead. They call her she's a bead guru. She goes to she sources out for her beads and she sells beads. She has a warehouse. So I started out buying stuff from her, and that's kind of when I wanted to start buying more quality beads. I started shopping with her, and that's kind of how I got into all these different, really nice beads. So I said, okay, but when I started out shopping at Michael's, and that was my very first purchase at Michael's. Like these beads right here, these beads came from one of my online vendors, and then the lapis, they're gorgeous. Like they have this gold speckles in there, so nice. I don't know if you guys can see the gold speckles in the blue, but these beads are so pretty, and these shell beads have a flash of the shell flash. Oh my god, they are so pretty, so good, so pretty. Yeah, and I think these I've had these beads for a long time. I don't know if I got these from one of the stores, or I don't remember. I don't know if it was Michael's or not, but I just was like, okay, let's just start somewhere. And then this one here, these beads, these are some of the hematites that I had purchased. I just did this one today. Yeah. And I used the bling globe. Yeah. The rhinestone spacer bead right there. Yeah. And I did a two-tone with the charm to match the bronze beads. Yeah. So I love beads. I love hematite. Hematite metal is one of my favorite metals. And that's really typically what I would be using. I just need to do more videos. Like this, you mean like this one? Stephanie, you're talking about the silver, the metal? Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna tell you, this is not original to me. This is actually a similar, because I really love the Pandora bracelets. I saw a bracelet that they had, and they had this rhinestone spacer bead, but they were all, the rest of the beads were all silver. I just changed it up and added my own little color mixture of color and added a charm. But yeah, they who else? What's the other big bead big jewelry company? Tiffany. Tiffany has a bracelet like this, similar to this as well. So I went online and looked at, because I really wanted one, but I'm like, it costs so much money. I don't mind spending money, but I'm like, I'm gonna make my own, just make it at home. And I love the way it came out. It's really pretty. I love the color with the little splash of color and the rhinestone spacers. I love that. So yeah, I just made one myself. And that's the biggest thing with jewelry. You can make your own, you know? So yeah. But I'm really pushing myself to do some bigger things. But my goal, yeah, absolutely. You can do that with the charms and everything. Yep, make your own version. I'm not using nobody's name or any of that. I just made something that looks similar. That's all. Um, no copyright infringement over here. You gonna say who's gonna check me, boo? Nobody, boo. That's funny. But yeah, it's just about originality. I'm just really trying to push myself so much further than what I've already done. I really need to do more beading and just get myself out there. Sometimes I get a little fearful and feel like I can't do certain things, or all that good stuff. So it's just a matter of believing that you can do stuff. And I know I can. It's just a matter of if doing the work, putting the work in, putting the time in. So now I can see that there's a time lapse. And I'm watching the video as well. So let me see how long it will take. But yeah, I love going live. Going live is wonderful, and it cuts down on any of the editing that you have to do. I love editing now, don't get me wrong. But sometimes I just want to do a video and it's already it's just posted, you know. But pause for identification. Hi, everybody. For anyone that has joined us that's new on tonight, thank you for joining. My name is Nicole B, and you are watching Beading with Nicole B. And tonight, I just decided to do some informal beading, just do an informal video and talk and all of that good stuff. So yeah, thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate you guys coming in, chatting with me, and watching my video. I love it. I thank you. I appreciate you very much. You just don't know how happy you have made me. And I'm serious. I enjoy when people come in and they talk. So it helps me to be more comfortable online, you know, engaging. Stephanie, why can't you go live? Are you in an area where I don't understand. Because, or is it because of is it the subscriber count? I probably should just go ahead and cut. Oh, just that's okay. Listen. I started small, and when I hit that 50, I believe it's 50 subscribers, and then you can go live. I'm pretty sure that that's what it is. I really hope I can get this. Okay. You get there. Trust me, you will get there. I'm gonna, like I said, when I get off my live, I'm going right to your channel and subscribe and all that good stuff. So, yeah. So you guys go and check out Homemade Jewelry Network with Stephanie and Raul. Did I say that right, Raul? You're welcome. Absolutely. It's always good to pay it forward. Somebody did that for me, so I appreciate it. So I will be going on there. I'm just putting put a little glue on my knots. You don't necessarily have to do this, but I like this glue, this GS Hypo Cement, but I don't like it because it's really messy. And the glue it just comes out and it's just, ugh. But it's really good glue. And it's good glue because when it solidifies, when it dries, it turns into a similar substance. It turns into a similar substance as the stretch cord. And it doesn't, like a lot of the glues that they have out, they turn into a hard, goopy ball. And then over time, that ball just shatters and it doesn't do well. This is a cement and it works really well. And it turns into, it's almost as if it turns into a latex form and it bonds with your stretch cord. So the knot, it fills in the gaps in the knot and it becomes a part of the knot, if that makes sense. Yeah. It's called GS Hypo Cement. It's glue, but it works like a cement for plastics and stuff like that. And beading. So it's specifically for jewelry, beading, hobbies, watch, crystals, optics, industrial applications. So it's used for so many different things. But it definitely, I love it. I used to use the other glue. I don't use the other glue anymore. I'm not going to say the name of the glue because I don't want anybody to feel like I'm saying anything bad, but I like what I like. So, but I'm going to do, I'm going to be doing a video of me making this necklace, you guys. So stay tuned for that. I'm excited. I cannot wait. I have a couple of other necklaces that I did and I really like them, but this one here is a step up. You're welcome, Stephanie. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna all subscribe to your channel because we want you to be able to go live. And so one thing I will say, I will encourage everyone on here that has a channel is to do the shorts videos. The shorts videos, oh man, they will take you to another level. But what I did was I really practiced doing my shorts, and the people that watch YouTube, they love animated stuff. So I try to make my videos as animated, not so animated that it's just ridiculous, but animated to where it catches your eye and it's really nice and it flows and all of that good stuff, and that's what they like. And the music. So the only thing with music is picking music that's not copywritten. Get, it's like, oh my goodness, it's almost as if I want to not use music. But yeah, catching that, you want to get that bait and hook. Catch that, get that bait on the hook and catch them. Yep, it makes a big difference. So I like to do a lot of words to pop up on my videos, just my shorts for the most part. Now my regular videos, when I first started, I did a lot of moving words, jumping up and down words, bouncing and stuff like that. But then I kind of stopped doing that because I wanted my videos to look a little bit more professional and not so geared toward teenagers. Or I mean, I love teenagers. They come on my lives, they watch, they talk. So I love that. But I don't want it to be so, but it's videography and photography is definitely new to me. I actually, right now, I do all my filming on my phone. I do everything on my phone. Um I don't even use the camera that I bought. So I just have to, practice with the camera because it's a little different using your camera than it is with, using your phone camera. So now that I'm used to the phone, it's like it's hard for me to pull away from using my phone. So now it's like, okay, we got to start using the camera. And with the camera, I just want to make sure that the focus is right, that I'm in focus in frame and not out of frame. I just got used to that with my phone. So, but it's all good. It's a learning process. And I couldn't use mine. You know what I did when I got my camera? Even before I bought my camera, I was on YouTube looking at video after video after video after video. And once I did that, then I started playing around with the camera. I went outside and did some videoing and walking up and down the street and things like that because I needed to learn how to operate the settings. That's the biggest thing, is understanding how to work the settings. Other than that, using your computer is not that big of a deal with the camera because you're recording with the camera, but it comes into play. Your computer comes into play, I guess, when you want to use the SD card, to pull your footage off. The types. Oh yeah, yeah. But usually, if you do, hi Maria, how are you? Thank you for joining us today. I appreciate you stopping by. Usually when you record though, your video recorder, your camera records in MP4. It definitely should record in the version that it should be in. But when you take the pictures, that's when, for me, that's what kind of, the picture part, the JPEG. I'm doing good. How about you? How are you doing, young lady? I'm assuming you're a young lady. I'm just going by your name. Yeah, the camera. When I take photos, I believe my camera takes it JPEG. Yeah, but you can change the format, I believe. Yeah, but I'm telling you, just go on YouTube and watch the videos. And I learned 90% of what I learned from YouTube, watching the videos. I'm gonna tell you a channel to watch, and I learned a lot. So I learned so much from them. Think Media. I'm not sure if you've heard of Think Media. I'm giving them a shout out because I think they're a great channel. They do great work, and they basically teach you how to grow your YouTube channel. They do a lot, and I learned a lot about different cameras. I learned a lot about how to record videos, how to set up your studio, and it does, like when I say a studio, I'm just saying your room that you record in, basically. Because sometimes people's videos look like they're in the studio and they're really not in the studio. It's just the way they put everything together. So I love watching Think Media. I actually took one of their classes. It was online. It was wonderful, absolutely wonderful. It's a, what was it called? It's a challenge, but they teach you so many different things about YouTube, how to record, the equipment to use. They teach you basically how to reach your audience. They teach you, how to figure out who your audience is. But in the beginning, I don't think you should really worry about that part. I think the most important part, like they always say, just hit record. Just start making your videos and uploading videos. Um, but yeah, they were a wonderful channel to start with. I really, really like their channel a lot. Think Media. Sean Cannell, I think I said that right. If you're watching this video, I'm going to tag you guys. But yeah, I'm going to tag them in this in my live. They are a wonderful group of people. And they do right by people. I believe they help a lot of people. And there's a couple other things. I'm coming up with some video ideas now to maybe help other people in their journey, because I really appreciated when people came and helped me or gave me what I needed to move forward. And it's so appreciated because, a lot of people like to gatekeep. They don't like to share, you know, it's just a lot. It's a lot. So I just want to make sure my video is still going. I'm going to look at my camera. Okay, it's still going. Last time that happened to me, the video cut off. So I'll make sure my battery is still okay. Let's see. Okay, yeah, we're good. But yeah, it is. I will agree with you on that. I will agree because when I first started, my focus was way ahead of where it should have been. I was so focused on perfecting creating videos that I kind of got lost in the sauce a little bit, where your focus really should be on learning how to use your equipment and perfecting what you're actually doing. Like we do jewelry. So perfecting my jewelry creations, learning how to work my camera. Those were things I should have been I should have been more focused on. But it's all good. I got a little excited about YouTube and so I got a little carried away with it, but it's okay. It's okay to just bring it back around where you need to be. But like I said, I learned so many things. And you can't be afraid. I will say that much. You cannot be afraid to step out and do what you want to do. Oh, Maria, you do jewelry as well. That's nice. Storage. Oh my goodness. PTB. I'm storage for me right now is crazy because right now I'm trying to figure out, let's see, another form of storage that I would like to use. So I think I did on my video. I showed everybody what exactly I was using. But these are the containers I use right now. Let me move some of this out the way. This is what I use. I have so many of these, you guys. This is what I use for storage right now. And I can't even tell you how many of these I have. And they're full. Like, oh my goodness. This is just one container, you guys. And I have a big tote. No, I have two totes. One of the totes is full of these. And I have another tote with these. And then I have another tote with bags upon bags upon bags. And in each bag is bags of beads. So yeah. I'm not figured out. I haven't figured out quite yet. So I just use these. These are great for storage. I love these. These are really great. These are full of hematite. These are like all of my different hematite. Well, not all of them, but a lot of my hematites that I use. I have so many different kinds. We have the silver tone, the little discs. These are like, I don't know, spaceships. I think they call them like saucers or something. And then I have the faceted rounds. Now for me, I love gunmetal. So these are like basically gunmetal color. I love buying gunmetal hematites. I have the little ones. These are rondelles. These are squished, sort of like. These are nice. And then these are like galaxy. These are so pretty. I usually put them on a rod so you can see them. These are really nice. I don't know. Can you see that? Okay, yeah. And they're like rainbow. I guess that's why they call them galaxy. 'Cause they have that color. All those different colors. It's so pretty. And then I have my silver faceteds. The silver saucers or flats, but they're faceted on the edges. Oh my goodness, you guys. I have so many. These are nice. The big, these gotta be, this 12 or 4. I think these are 14s. Let's see. Use my caliper. Okay, yep, I was all right. These are 12s. Yeah, these are nice though. They're pretty big. So yeah, I have a lot of beads, you guys. Some days I feel really bad because I bought so many beads, but I like variety. I like to do different things. So yeah. So I have one of these with silver, just all silver. This one I have the gunmetal with the leftover silvers. And then I still have some I haven't unpacked yet. And then I have another one with the rose gold, like the hematite. And then I have another one with gold hematites. So I have a lot of different beads. Let's see. Let's pull out some different designs. I'm gonna be working on coming up on video. Everything seemed like I pull out is glossy and shiny, and especially this one. This one is really pretty. These are cubes actually, but because the holes go from point to point instead of, into the square, it makes it look triangular. But this is one of the designs I put together. I really like it. And I use the daisy spacers in between with the gold crystal beads in between. And then I have these lemon cubes right here. So I have a lot going on in this particular style. Thank you, Maria. And then I have this one here. This one is faceted. These are so pretty together. When I saw this focal bead, I knew I was going to use these beads with it because they basically almost is perfectly matching. And then these actually have, they almost give off a very light pink. It's kind of hard to see though. And then we have our olive green. Thank you guys. The olive green. I only put two though. Two of the olive green. One there and then here. And then let's see. These almost look like, but they're not rhodonite because rhodonite would have more pink in it, not that much green. And then I have this one. I think this one is going to be, I'm going to put this one, a clasp on it instead of a stretch cord. These facets are gorgeous. So pretty. Yeah. And then I have this one. This is one of my favorites, even though the beads are small, but I really love the pink and the brown. Now, can you tell that it's pink and brown? I'm looking at the screen. Okay, I can see it. I want to move up a little higher. I don't know. Can you guys tell that it's pink and green? Okay, I mean pink and brown. Yeah, I love pink and brown together. I absolutely love pink and brown together. And then I have in between every a set of four. You have the pink, and brown. Then I have a gold spacer, and then I have a rose gold spacer is in there as well. So yes, yeah, naked colors. Yeah. So I love putting things together, putting colors together, and just sometimes I might get stuck on a color like this. Earlier this year, I got stuck in green. I had so many green beads. Oh my goodness. And I just kept making green bracelets. But they're so pretty. And then I love using the electroplated beads because the electroplated beads give you that electric glow. They're so pretty. Let me see. Like these here are electroplate. I have a blue one and a green. At first, I wasn't really buying the electroplated beads, but then I started seeing them more, and I'm like, oh, I gotta buy some. So they are not the typical. If you could see that, it's almost like somebody poured a lacquer on top of them. They have that they call it electroplating. And it's real shiny, like real shiny. Like you put a coating of Mod Podge on top and it just turns into this glass look. Yeah, these are very nice. And these are agate. These are agate. You can see that banding right there on the blue one. All that banding. Oh, that's nice right there. Yeah, that's really nice. Yeah. So when I go shopping for beads, I kind of get ridiculous with it, but I just like to have a variety of beads to utilize, you know? And then I have these big old 14 millimeter beads. Let's see. This one is huge, but they're so pretty. The dragon vein agate. This one is pretty as well. I don't think this one is dragon vein. I could be. The other three are, but I don't know about this black one. I'm going to show you guys this. These are so pretty. Look at those. Very pretty beads. I love this one. It has that rose reddish, pinkish, burgundy. I don't know. That tint. Yeah. It's like a pink, but it's so deep down in there. It's really faint. But this one is these are dragon vein right here. Actually, these three are dragon vein. This one might be dragon vein as well because it has that veining inside of the beads. So yeah, I'm just getting into the bigger beads. I believe these are 14s. Yep, these are 14s, size 14. So and if you could see the difference between the 12 and the 14 is massive, even though it's not that big of a jump in number, but you can look at the size between the size of this bead versus that bead. That's a big difference. That one versus this. These are 14. This is 12. So it's a difference. You can see the difference. Yep. So I have a clasp here that I'm going to add. This is the clasp that I chose for my pink and brown. Let's see. I think it's a nice clasp. It's not too much. It's just right. This is the clasp that I'm going to use with this bracelet. Now, can you guys see the clasp clear? Okay, yeah. Yes, Stephanie, I do too. I love the dainty looking stuff. It's really nice. So that's what I chose to use with that bracelet. I'm going to put that one together. And yeah. So this is, I love going live. I absolutely love it because once I'm done with the live, I don't have to do any editing. No editing. It's just going to post and be, it'll be there for people to go back and look at. So I love it. Yeah. Okay. Now, you guys, I see by everybody's name after their before the comment, after your name, it has a number. It says, like, I see some that say number 3, number 2, number 1, and there's a crown or something. I don't know what that is. YouTube, they update a lot. XP, 100 XP. Yeah, I don't know what that means. I was trying to figure out. But yeah, I'm going to I'm gonna the live is gonna post to my channel. It takes a little bit for them to finish uploading it, but it'll be on the channel. It'll be on there tonight. Once I've closed the live down and we're done, it'll go up. So yeah, XP, whoever engages in chat the most accumulates points and shows. Oh, well, what do you mean it that came when you first? What do you mean? They accumulate points to. So the points are just regulated for the ranking of the person. Okay. I am so not. Oh, okay. So I would assume PTB engages. Oh yeah, PTB does engage here a whole lot. She does. Jury by Danny does also. That's why she number 2. They're both usually on my channel all the time. We support each other, and I love them for that. Followed by a fight between second and someone else, right? Okay, well, I'm going to figure out what that means because I really don't know. This is the very first time that I've seen that. So I'm gonna check into it though. and find out what it means. So first, second, third. My sister, what did hers say? Because she came on. She was like, I thought she was the first. Hers say number 2 as well. But hers is light purple. I see some dark purples. She got a number 1 and a number 2. So I don't know. Click on the crown. I did, and it didn't. Oh, I do see the XP points, if that's what that means. Somebody got 75 points. Somebody else has 75 points, 100 and 150. Yeah, I had to figure that out. But I do see when I click the crown, it does tell me. This is too funny. Too funny, but yeah. So the more we talk and engage, the more the points go up. Yeah, it looks like it because yeah. So I'm gonna have to find out what all of that means because I need to know. And that's another thing too. It's good to know how YouTube operates, and it's just good to know all the little ins and outs about what different things mean. That's all. And there's an area on YouTube as well for creators. They have videos that you can look at, that you can watch, and it kind of like informs you of different things on the platform, and all of that good stuff. We don't win anything, just shows audience retention and engagement. I like stuff like that because I like to know if people are engaging, if they're interested, 'cause sometimes if you're not interested, you're not going to engage. So, yeah. But so if for those of you that are still here, if you could please give me a thumbs up on the video if you haven't already, so that they can push the video into the algorithm. I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much. And I really appreciate those of you who have subscribed. I'm so excited to have you here. I love to have fun over here, but it starts out with fun and it starts getting into educational, because I like to share what I know with other people that's doing what I'm doing. If you're on YouTube, if you're trying to grow your channel, I like to share, what I know, what I've learned so far. I'm not an expert or anything like that, but I feel like I've been on here long enough where I could at least share some tips and things that help me along the way. So yeah, I thank you ladies for joining me on tonight. We've been on here for a little over an hour and a half. Not bad. Thank you so much, Stephanie. Yeah, we are in these YouTube streets. Jury by Danny B, PTB, my sister. I'm sure my sister probably already off by now. Because it's 10, almost 11 o'clock for her. So, but yeah, I enjoyed this tonight. I thank you guys for joining, for stopping in. Of course, you guys know I'm really just getting back into my lives. I'm usually the one that does, and Neen and Nicole. Yes, thank you for stopping by. I like to do my recorded videos, but I still love doing my lives. So I'm trying to get more into doing lives again. Yep. So I don't have to do so much editing. Hi, Beats. Hey. It's good to see you, girl. How are you? Thank you for stopping by. This is Beats that go live every day, right? I'm trying to be like you, go live every day. But it's cool because even if I could go live at least 30 minutes in a day, but 30 minutes for me is difficult because I'll get into a whole conversation. I don't know how to cut it off in 30 minutes. Yeah. Oh, good. That is Beads. Yep. Nice. Thank you for stopping by. I started out making some bracelets, I'll show you what I made, and then just showing some designs that I have, and just chit chatting, girl. This is one of the bracelets that I just made on live tonight. That's one. This is two. So I see, okay, so there's a little bit of a delay. That's two. And then this is three. Turn it the right way so you can see. We have our rhinestone spacer up there. Hi, great. Oh, yes, PTB. Thank you. Yeah, those are the ones I made, beads. I gotta go, y'all. I have okay, PTB. Thank you for stopping. I so appreciate you, and I hope you got your bus fixed already. No, we don't want you falling asleep at at the light, girl. Get you some rest. Thank you, beads. Yeah, these are just I just came tonight. I wanted to come on, and not formally, just coming on chit chat and just make some bracelets that I needed to get done. I have quite a few more that I need to do, but I'm not gonna do them tonight. I have a couple other things I need to do tonight for tomorrow. So I'm gonna be getting off in just a moment. Yeah. Okay. So you guys are familiar with each other. I see. Homemade Jewelry Network and Beads. That's good to know. Good to know. Like I said, I'm Beads. I think she live every day. Every day looks like. So yeah, I gotta catch up. I gotta get on live, get my tail on there, and get on there and do some work. Yeah, I have a lot to do. So I'm just really trying to grow my channel. And that was another thing that I was gonna say, Stephanie. It took me um a year. I think it took me a year and a half to get 1,000 subscribers. But that was because I wasn't consistent in the beginning. I wasn't posting my videos consistently. But once I started posting my shorts, that really helped a lot. And then I started going live, and that really helped me. So I would say definitely post consistently. And when I say consistently, I mean you're consistent. If you're consistent is once or twice a week or once a week, that's your consistency. But do it every week. Do that one video every week. If you do two, do three. However you set it up, I would just say do it consistently and then just build upon that. Where is the perk of being? Yes, it definitely is a perk to being consistent. I found that out just recently. It definitely is definitely a good thing to be consistent. And just I like we're doing networking with other beaters and just networking with people that's like-minded individuals that like to do what you do. That's what helped me. So that's what I would say. Be consistent. Be consistent, but first be yourself. Be you. Be who you are. Be consistent and do what it is that you love to do on YouTube. Don't try to mimic anybody else. Don't try to be somebody else. Just be who you are, And I think that works great. So, but again, I thank you guys for joining me tonight. I'm going to go ahead and get ready to get off of the live, and in the live here, I will be back on. I might come back on tomorrow. Tomorrow's Sunday. Yeah. I might come back on tomorrow, pull out a couple more designs to do and do that. So, but yeah, it's time for me to get off the live. It's almost midnight here. Oh my goodness. I still have stuff to do tonight before I go to sleep. So I enjoy talking to you all. I mean, really, I enjoy the conversation. I enjoy sharing my designs with you and just sharing, sharing some tips and tricks with everybody. So I want you guys to know I really greatly appreciate it. Again, if you haven't already done so, please give me a thumbs up on the video and subscribe. Leave me a comment. You can leave a comment in. See, she back on. Hi, sister. I thought you was gone. We still on here yapping, but I'm about to end it. So, but yeah, everybody make sure to give a thumbs up to the video, subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and leave me a comment in the replay. Come to the replay and leave a comment once it's up. And just say hello, and then I'll be back on live again. So, but that's going to be it for the night, you guys. Have a wonderful night. Thank you again for joining me. And I will see you again. Good night, everybody. Good night. Thank you, Jury by Danny B. Thank you, Stephanie. Good night, guys.